Now the second type is observer design pattern. What is the definition for this observer pattern? It says it is a behavioral design pattern where one object called the subject, so one object will be the subject, maintains a load of dependent observers, so observers will be there, observers, and the notifies them automatically of any state change, right? Let's say if there is any state change, so this subject will inform all of the observers, right? Inform all of the observers. There can be 2 observers, 3 observers. Let's take the real life scenario. You are having a YouTube channel. Okay, this YouTube channel will be your what? Will be the subject, right? It will be the subject. Now subscribers will be the observers, right? Means if there is any change, let's say you uploaded a new video on this YouTube channel, so it will notify all the observers, all the subscribers, notify, right? So main thing is when there is a change, when there is a state change, we should notify all of the observers. In this case the subscriber is the observer, right? So in other case something else will be the observer. Let's take one more example. Let's take the example of this weather station. Okay, so weather station, okay, this is the what? This will be the subject, right? This will be the subject, and there will be some observers. Let's say we are having observers at current condition display. Okay, this is the display that will print the current condition, current weather. Okay, this is the display. This is one of the observer. Okay, second observer is forecast display. It will print the forecast conditions, okay, display. So we are having the subject weather station, we are having the registered observers, basically the displays that will print the current situation or the condition and the forecast, right? So whenever there is a change in weather, so these observers should be notified. Okay, so that's what we have written. Whenever we see this weather station will hold the data and notifies the observers. Okay, data will be there. Okay, that we will be notifying to the observers. Now when weather station dot set measurements, that means we are changing it, right? So one method is there, that is set measurements, that will be called when we are changing our data. Okay, when this method is called, we will notify the observers. So what we are doing, notify observers, there is one method, we will call it, and it will update the observers. Okay, update the conditions in the observers, that is the displays. Each observer respond differently based on what it cares about. Great. Let's move to the second example, that is the weather station update. Now I am saying we are having one subject, we are having observer, right? So our subject is weather station, right? Weather station is the object, is the subject. Whenever there is a change in the weather station, that means whenever there is a change in weather, we should notify all of the observers. In this case we are having observer as current condition display. Let's say this is a mobile display. Okay, mobile display, Okay, and this is also a mobile display. We are having different columns for this. Great. Now these are the observers. These are the observers, and I am saying whenever there is a change in the subject, change in weather, we should notify these display. We should update these display, these observers, right? Let's say there is a change in weather. We are expecting more rain. Then we will be updating here in the current condition. Let's say we are forecasting. Let's say we are predicting after 10 days there will be a snowfall. So here we will be displaying it, right? Whenever there is a change in weather station, we should notify accordingly to the observer, right? This is for the forecast. This is for the current condition. So this is what observer pattern. Okay, observer pattern. Now how we can code it? See here what is the flow. Let's see the flow. We are saying weather station will be there. Okay, weather station will be there. Weather station, that is the subject, right? It will hold the data and a function to notify the observer. Okay, notify the observer. This is the method, this is the data, and whenever there is a change in this data, it should notify the observers, right? Now for the observers, we can have the different type of observers, right? Here we are having this current condition and the forecast. So here we are having two observers, that is the current condition. The second one is forecast. Two observers are there, two display are there, right? This can be on your mobile, this can be on your laptop, anywhere, right? So I am saying whenever there is a change in this data, it will notify this and it will call this. It will change the conditions or the data in this current condition and the forecast. Great. This is the basic flow, right? So when both are registered as observers, we have registered this. Then when weather station dot set measurement is called, this will be called from the main function. Okay, this will be the data and this method will change the data. Okay, it will call the notify observer. Okay, it will call the notify observer, and this notify observer will update these observers. Okay, the data in this observer. So you will be able to see the new data, the new conditions, weather conditions, right? So for this, how we can implement this? This is the interface, right? We know this is the interface, and we are having current condition and forecast condition. Okay, so let's make the interface for this observer. Again we will be having the interface for this weather station also, right? So for the observer we will be having update method, right? Update method will be there in both of the functions. So in the observer we are having update method, which is expecting temperature, humidity and pressure. We are taking 3 parameters. Great. Next is subject interface. That is what? The interface for the subject. What should be there? The observer, right? We can register observer. We can add the observer. Like in the notification, what we are doing? We are calling all of the observers. So we should add observers, right? Observers here in the what? In the subject. And we can also remove it. Remove observers, right? So that we can send the triggers, we can send the notification, we can send the update method, update trigger, right? So register observer should be there, remove observer should be there, and notify observers. Great. This is easy, right? We are having two interface. First is observer, second is subject. Are main two things, right, for the observer pattern, the observer and the subject. Now let's make the concrete subject. Okay, in this case we are having weather station, right? So what is present in this? we are having the list of observers, correct? We should have the list of observers. We should have these parameters, right? To notify the observer, we should maintain these three parameters. That is what? Temperature, humidity, pressure. Okay. So we are checking the temperature, the weather condition on these three parameters. Great. First thing, list of observers, the parameters for the weather, Third thing is the constructor. Okay, observers equal to new array list, simple. Then we will be registering the observer, passing the observer. We will simply add in the array list, observer dot add new observer. Same with the remove, we can remove it, simple. Now for the notification, what we should do, what we are doing for this notification, what we are doing, we are calling the update method in this observers, right? The current condition and the forecast. Okay, so in the notify observer, we are having the list of observers and we are calling the update method in each of the observer, right? First observer was current condition, right? Condition. Second was forecast, and these are the types of this interface, which is having update method, update abstract method. So it will be there. We will be having the implementation, right, of the update method. Okay, so we are calling what? The update method for each of the observer, right? We are having the list of observers and calling update method for each of the observer called, and it will update the condition, the current condition. How? Let's see this. Concrete observer, two observers are there, current condition, and this is forecast condition, implementing the observer. Now in the update, what we are doing, we are simply printing the new conditions, the updated conditions, updated parameters. Great, simple print condition. So these are the concrete observers and the update method. We are simply printing new condition which we are passing from here, right here. Simple, right? So we are getting the flow in the what? This is what? Subject. This was the subject. We are having the list of observer. We are having the parameters for the weather. Third thing, we will be having what? Add and remove the observers, and what else? In the change, in the notify observers, we are calling the update method in this update method for this, right? For this with the new conditions. Great, right? Now let's see here. So here is the main method. One more method is there, that is fifth one is set measurement. That is the new measurement. Basically from the main function we will be calling this, okay, main function, and within this we will be calling this. After this it will be calling update method, right? Let's see this. So we are having this set measurement, we are having temperature, humidity, pressure. We are setting the values. This temperature equal to temperature, this humidity equal to humidity. After that we are calling this notify observer here. From here it will call the update for all of the observers. Okay, so this is the flow. And in the main class, what we are having, first we will be having this is what? This is the subject, right? This is the subject, weather station. After that we are having the current what? This is the observer, right? Observer of current condition and the forecast condition, observer object, right? and we are registering this observers in the station, right? Registering these observers in the station. After that we are changing the values, that is using set measurements, and when we will change the measurements, the condition, it will call the update method in this observer, and we are able to see the new updated values. Okay, clear for everyone? Okay, so when we can use the observer pattern, that is the behavioral, right? It depends, we will be focusing on the behavior, right? When you want to notify many objects with one change, as we seen with the weather station. When you want to decouple the object from its observer, great. When you want to publish subscriber mechanism, okay, and that's it. Event handling system, mouse clicks, system events, like this. And these are some real projects: weather app, YouTube, stock market, social media, GitHub. Whenever you get a new follower, you will be notified, right? So these are the benefits. Great. These are the drawbacks. Benefits are loose coupling, scalability, promotes reuse, real-time updates, potential memory leak if observers are not properly removed, right? It can be a memory leak. Notification overhead, many subscribers, performance will be low. Unexpected update can lead to the cascading notification.